Alrighty, hello. Let me get these links out, then we can begin. Sorry that I had to delay it. Some things came up, so I had to take care of that. Coming in about 10, a little over 10 minutes late. I apologize about that, but you know, as they say, shit happens. Okay. Anyways, let me get the links out. Hope that everybody's having a good time. Oh. Okay, now let me get them out to the Discord servers, and then we can begin. Oh, pretty decent day today. I was caught up at work actually. I want to be able to enjoy a day to myself tomorrow, so I had to go into work and finish some articles I was working on. So that way I can get up early in the morning and go do some fun stuff. Okay, let's get these out. Ooh, do. Alrighty. Okay, now we got all those links out. Let me pull up the chat and let's begin. Why, hello, Mr. Wizard. Hope you are doing well. Are the tomboys still the preferred choice of yours? Alrighty, let us continue. Tomboys will always be your religion. I can respect that. If I had to have a preference, I would say I'm more of a goth and metal rocker chick. Into the goth and metal rocker chicks. But beggars can't be choosers, and if I were just to meet the right person, then that would work too. Okay. I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this any more than you already have. Stay back. I have questions about Kamenkai, the group your daughter and son-in-law are part of. You're the only one alive who'd remember. Give me 1 second. Let me grab something to put this mic in front of me, because I'm literally turning to the side to read into it. 1 second. Alrighty, this should be better. 1 second. Let me move the mic. That's more like it. Now I don't have to turn. Okay. Anyways. Kamenkai? I don't know anything about it. Leave me alone.
Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. Do you realize, you even realize you're lying anymore? Takashi told us everything. And you, Ito, just because this investigation's important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in here. Mai, your grandma and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go. No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in. It's as much mine as it is Grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Just a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you, Ito, but all the deceit and lies are starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to the poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of his wits. People aren't here to be used for information and then thrown away while you move on. They all have lives too. And bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you of all people understand that. I do. But ignoring the past won't make it go away. And there's unfinished business from the common kind that needs to be taken care of. But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right?
I promise to talk to you all about this later. For now, let me and the detective talk. Go on. You were cooking dinner, weren't you?
All right. We'll talk about it later. But I'll be in the other room if you need me.
So you found me out. Now that Mai knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret any longer.
Everyone is free to have lesser tastes than tomboys. Well, hey man. Look, if I want to go to an Alice Cooper concert, it'd be a nice little benefit if a chick would also want to go to that concert. That's all I'm saying.
The truth is, my daughter never would have joined the Common Kai if it weren't for me. I convinced her to join, and her husband. I was already a member. At the time I joined, my husband and I left me, and I'd lost my job, suddenly leaving me a single, unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. That's when Takemasa found me and told me the society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Of course, he used me as he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. The common Kai stole everything from me. My youth, my mind, then my child.
And then one day in 1996, they all died. The cause of death was buried, and no autopsies were performed. Or if they were hidden. Why?
That's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists in the woods and covered it up so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths.
Little too real. That's it? After everything I found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day, and no one knows why. What happened? Tell me the truth.
You want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of a madman who believed life was an illusion. As word of other compounds and groups being raided spread, Takemasa began warning us the end was near. He believed the world was collapsing and it would be time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Emiko, she didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose death because she no longer had an anchor to reality. And it was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them.
No, you do know something. In the report, it says that there were After the officers cleared the bodies, they found the mask, the same one you handed to me 6 months ago.
That's... Takimasa always kept it to himself, saying it granted him sight into the realm of the kami. I needed it. You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The guru was a fool, a fake, but the mask was real.
There was a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't.
No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask. It was given to me. One day, a man, some journalist or such, showed up at my door carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it, and he stood there, smiling at me. His eyes were like none I had ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange for the mask was a picture of Emiko. When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions and only had one left. But I gave it to him nevertheless.
And we know who that is.
I thought if I had the mask, I could find her. That maybe she would forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice.
So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her.
Takashi told you that as well, did he? Yes, it's true. Emiko was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from a dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead for her forgiveness. I don't care if you believe me or not.
Just like Kazuki was calling out to me. I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people left alive who know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought it'd help you find her, then why'd you give it to me?
Because I was wrong. At first, I only followed whispers. Then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after her shade. The days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren, of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Takimasa had used me so many years before.
Hello, Dragon. Hope you are well.
I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it worked. It always came back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind and tried as best as I could to live a life of solitude and ignore the screams of my daughter. Then you came. And when you did, the mask was screaming out in voices I'd never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have the time to breathe a sigh of relief before I heard a gunshot ring out. No one else ran. I think I was the only one who knew that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking my away. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us.
There's one other person who knows about the mask. A girl named Reina. Does that name mean anything to you?
Oh, no, I don't know anybody by that name. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask?
No, but you were involved in a group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything?
Yes, what good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing someone too.
That must be it. Mai told me you lost someone, your partner in the police. Is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the months since I met you, I've had time to examine the ancient texts in the shrine, and as the mask got further away, it loosened its grip on my mind. I knew it would someday make its way back to me, and so I became determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of the common kai and the ritual object. Wait, the ritual object. Oh, okay. Are but manipulations used to sever our connections with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It is the only way to save us from its grip. Destroy the mask? I thought you just said it couldn't be done. We will not be doing that this playthrough. Not physically. Grandma, is everything all right? I overheard you talking about that mask again. Yes, dear, but you needn't worry. In fact, it's good you're here, as this talk involves you. Mai, you've trained in exorcism and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood, given we gather the right materials, of course. I can tell from the look in your eyes that you think me to be senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction, they are still capable of great power. Before, I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, as I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. But now, seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. If you truly do know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it. Slow down. I didn't come here to be involved in a ritual or exorcism or whatever you call it. I only want the truth about the common kai, which you still haven't given me. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there's only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day would be at the common kai compound itself. The records of its location are lost and were never made public, but I know where it is. What's the catch? Go there. Search for your truth. See what worshipping the mask has wrought. Hey, no. You're not barking. Hey. No. Hey. Come here. Sorry, guys. When you return, you'll help me destroy it. Nope, not this time. What makes you so confident I'll change my mind? I went back once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. Hey! What I saw and felt in that place, it was tainted by darkness and death. Those two things are all the mask will bring you. And there's something else. I had a feeling you'd say that. The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the town, it had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnels where I searched for Emiko. Sounds like superstition to me. So what exactly is it you want in exchange for the information? I believe the energies of the mask and the place are linked. I want you to bring back something from there. Anything. It might help in the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest of Akiogahara. Aokigahara? That's a suicide forest. Suicide forest? What a dreadful name. Oh, I suppose those woods have seen their fair share of tragedy and death. Ito, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there, and I even heard compasses won't point north. Not only that, but, well, a lot of people that go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about the mask like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by a mask. It's just you. So many nights after that girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went around, I'd see her there. It wasn't a ritual or charm that made me better, though. I just stopped listening to the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi, that was the first time I'd left Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling me all the stuff about Mom and Dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from some demon I invented myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me. I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons. Maybe you're right, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the Kamikai compound is something I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Aokigahara is huge. How are you going to find one compound? Mai makes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is? Of course I do. I know what you two must think of me, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from the bus stop on the outskirts of Narosawa. We used to go into town occasionally for supplies. Several miles from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path used time to time by the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. It continues for quite some time, and eventually it will be blocked off. Keep going forward and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you. Supposing the path is still there, it seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left alone all these years. It still stands. After all, I would to go and dismantle it. Go, search for whatever truth you think you'll find. But be careful, detective. Do what must be done, then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope that once you enter that place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see wherever I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified. Understand, Tanaka. It depends on what I find. Don't be a fool. Finding out what happened that day will change nothing. You're being haunted by your past, chasing phantoms as I did. When you enter those dark places, you leave pieces behind. Purify it. Stop this while you're still whole. I'll begin preparations for the ceremony regardless. See her out. All right, now that we're done with that, now we can get into some... It was pretty... oh, gosh. I forgot the word I was looking for, but, yeah, that was a bunch of dialogue that was dropped, but we'll be getting back to some gameplay pretty soon. As we go to the Suicide Forest. Anyways. She's never said anything like that to me before. You must have really scared her. Listen, I'll help with this ritual because I think it'll help Grandma be better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes that I'm probably just a kid, but I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past. And I was miserable not knowing. Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said it herself. You're still young. You should forget all about this and start over. And you might not want to hear this, but listening to you two talk about the masks and spirits, well, you sounded like that girl at the shrine. It scares me. And it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Ito. Alright. Anything over here? And nope. Okay. I forgot if we were going to be seeing these guys again, if we're not going to go destroying the mask path. So, this might be the last time we see them. Okay. Aokigahara, better known as the Suicide Forest. Despite its nickname, the volcanic earth it grows on makes the forest beautiful and green. Every year, however, large numbers of people wander into it intending to be their final resting place. Occasionally, authorities have to comb through it for new bodies. Alrighty, let's go. Sorry, I had to get a swig of some Gatorade. Alrighty, let's go. Finally, this must be the path the old Kawana woman was talking about. If her story was true, all I need to do is follow it to find the Kamenkai's old compound. Let's hope it's that simple. No time to sit here and think it through. I need to get out of these woods before nightfall. Alrighty. And if I remember correctly, this is actually a pretty spooky part of the game. Okay, looking. Fog's getting pretty thick. And I know I'm going slow, but I don't want to miss anything. Keep your eye out in the background. There are some... Remember that we did see some things before. Okay, yeah, and here we gotta find the missing piece in order to continue, I think. 3 statues, covered in moss and undergrowth. It looks like one is missing. A depiction of Ojiozama. It's said that praying to these statues can help guide the souls of children who died young. They look so old and forgotten. It's kind of sad to see them abandoned like this. How could these statues help anyone out of such a dark place? Okay. Alrighty. Oh boy, yep. That didn't take long. Oh god. Reina, what is she doing here? Huh? Where am I? No. Anywhere but here. I don't want to remember this. Why now? Yummy. Why did you come here? You've left me to die again, haven't you? It was your fault that this happened to me. You're so selfish. You never care about what happens to anyone but yourself. people who get hurt along the way are just collateral damage. It's all about what you want. You. You're not looking for me. You only want to hurt the girl, to hurt the old woman, to see everyone who gets in your way suffer. Oh, that's not true. I would have done anything to change what happened to you. Make it go away. I can't bear to look anymore. Stop. Make it stop. I don't want to remember. What a great idea. Remembering hurts, doesn't it? Let me take away all that pain. Let's forget together, Ayami-chan. Okay. Looks like I can't pick anything else, so... Is she single? Which, Wizard, which one are you referring to? I mean, Ayami's single, but, I mean, that's just because her, boyfriend got murdered in front of her. And so that's kind of sad and disrespectful if you're gonna, your eyes are on her. And then, and then the idol Reina, she's single, but she's what we would call batshit insane and a murdering psychopath and somebody with a very traumatic upbringing. So I wouldn't be pursuing either of them. And rest in peace, buddy. That most certainly did not take long. You can fix them. No. No, you can't. Oh, God. We got some more a lot more of these. Okay, here we go. An Ojizo-sama statue. I feel a familiar presence as I pick it up. Here, should we see if we can go back? I forgot how we did this last time. Oh, no, we gotta keep going. Okay. And we got another body. That one looks like pretty little girl, actually, because it looks like a ponytail. Oh, wow, that's pretty sad. We got even more. Okay. We're gonna keep going. Oh no. this part again. Oh, not this part. Oh, God. Oh, this one's sad. Anyways. Jeez. The way you were sleeping, I thought you'd never wake up. Uh-huh? Where? Kazuki! Thank goodness you're okay. I knew I'd find you. Find me? What are you talking about? I haven't gone anywhere. I saw you on the ground. Raina, she slit your throat. That must have been a hell of a nightmare you had. Nothing a good cup of coffee can't fix. Speaking of which, I fixed the coffee machine, so you can officially file the case as closed. Hey, you okay? You look a little out of it. Take your time getting ready. I'll be in the other room. Yeah. Thanks, Kazuki. What is this? I was looking for something, wasn't I? Why can't I remember? My heart's beating a mile a minute. I can't shake this feeling of dread that's hanging in the air. This is real, right? I want it to be real. Lady Fluffington. Welcome back to the real world, sleepyhead. Huh? You're not dressed. You didn't forget about our picnic, did you? Picnic? We were gonna have a picnic in the park and see the cherry blossoms, remember? I know it's not exactly traditional, but I figured we could go grab a pizza on the way over too. It's an important time of the year, after all. Did you forget that too? Don't you remember when the cherry blossoms fell and you saved those two little girls at the shrine? You're a hero. Saved? No, I'm not a hero. She died. I killed her. She's always trying to stop me from... Kazuki, something doesn't feel right. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Of course it is. We're together, the sun's out, we've got Lady Fluff. Yeah. Isn't this what you wanted? With your parents gone, Lady Fluff and I are the only family you've got left. This is where you belong. And we love you, Ayami-chan. That's why you'll come with us. Come on, we've got to get going. Go? Where are you taking me? Somewhere safe. Safe? Why? Where was I going? Where's the path? The path isn't for you. It leads to suffering. So let's leave the path and be happy. Forever. Okay, yeah. That's such torture to do that. Holy shit. Isn't this nice? We're all here like one big happy family. We don't need anyone else. 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 It's better this way. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here where it's safe. Stay here and rot, Ayami. Kazuki, what's the matter with you? Nothing is the matter. We're exactly where we need to be. This is all so wonderful. I've taken you somewhere safe, just like I promised. Far away from places you don't belong. You'll stay here, so you can't hurt anyone anymore. Free from all those pesky, painful memories. So, let's forget. Together. Lie down where it's comfortable and stay there. Forever and ever and ever. No. Ignoring the pain won't make it go away. Kazuki wouldn't want me to forget. He'd tell me to keep going. I know this place. I've been here before. It's drenched in the same suffering as it was then. Reina, why did you take me here? Why won't you leave me alone? Why do you want to hurt me so badly? Why did you come here? Don't make me remember. Okay. Okay, it doesn't really matter what I pick, it looks like, so stop. Alright, now we're back to reality. I've never felt Reina's presence so strongly before. If I didn't come to my senses, I might have... Why now? What's in this forest that she doesn't want me to see? Alright. Let's get out of here. There you are. Place you. The air completely changed when I placed the statue with the others. The forest doesn't seem so dark now, and I can see a clearing up ahead. Is it over? Reina, are you still here somewhere? Let's see our stats. Dipped into the negative again with the sanity, but some of that stuff is obviously scripted, so I don't have a say in that. So, Wizard, do you still think you can fix her? Until recently, I lived my life thinking there was no room for belief. Belief was an excuse, a way of wiggling out of from under the weight of cold truths. Now, as I relive another memory, walking the same steps of another life, I'm not sure what my truth is worth anymore. Can a world split in two have both a real... Can a world split in two have both be real simultaneously? Is belief that I'm doing the right thing not what's driving me forward now? Either way, there's no going back. Alright, let's go. And we're up at the compound. And this is where things get very depressing. Not sure they're as depressing as they were when we went to that apartment complex, so that was some pretty heavy shit. Oh God, Wizard. I'm not reading that. Mommy! Oh, I don't know if I could do a little girl voice. I forgot what I did last time, so I'm just gonna... Mommy! Reina! Where were you? I missed you. Shh, keep your voice down, sweetheart. I can't stay long. Why not? Why don't you stay with me anymore? Well, that's complicated. The guru thinks it's best if we're apart for a while. He has big plans for us, and for you especially. Who cares about all that? Honey, it's not that simple. Why not? How won't they let us be together? Because you're so pure and perfect. I know you love me, but I'm no good. If I stay with you, he says I'll corrupt you. That's such a horrible thing to do to these... God. And you know that, I mean, we all know there's several real-life examples of cults doing this, but holy shit. but I'm so weak. I wanted to see you. It's our little secret, okay? Okay. Mommy, is it my fault that you can't stay with me anymore? Oh, Raina, no, of course not. It's me. You're gonna be a big important person someday. I can't hold you back. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, but someday you'll understand. Tokimasa has plans for you. He told me so himself. No, Takimasa, sorry. He said you're the key to everything because you're so pure. Remember why we left the city? Because everyone's so mean and out for themselves. They're all stained by corruption, but not us. Not you, anyway. Well, they're right about the city part. I won't correct them there. I thought you said we were going home. We can't. Takemasa says the great machine's done for. That all those corrupt people will kill each other in wars, and we'll be left. But you'll be there to guide them, soon. You've been chosen by Takemasa. Die? I don't want anybody to die. Yes, me neither, sweetie. But like I said, Takemasa has figured out a new ritual, and you'll be able to help everyone. I don't understand. Why are you all saying these weird things? Now, Reina, it's not easy for me either, but it's not what we want all the time. If you do this, it'll help me. You want to help Mommy, don't you? Yeah, I guess. Exactly. So let's smile, okay? Hey, guess what? What? Before the ritual, there's gonna be a big celebration just for you. It'll be a big feast. What's that mean? It's a big meal where everyone gets to eat all the food they want. It's like a party. Doesn't that sound fun? I guess so. Then I can come see you again. Do you promise? Yeah. Afterwards, we'll all go out together for the ritual. All together? I thought you said it was just me. Like I said, sweetheart, you've been chosen. Takemasa says you'll gain the sight to guide us to salvation. Okay. Hey, don't look so sad. You'll get me crying if you do. You don't want to see Mommy cry, do you? No? Good. Reina, I need you to listen to me now. Here, I want you to have this. It's Mommy's amulet, the one I've kept since I was little. I want you to have it for the ritual. When it starts, I want you to hold it and keep your eyes shut, okay? If you get scared, just hold it tight and think of me, okay? But that amulet is yours. Don't you need it? What if something bad happens to you? It's more important that you have it now. Promise me you'll do what I asked. I promise. Let's make a pinky promise. Okay. Hey, you know what happens when you break a pinky promise, right? Yeah, you said my pinky'd fall off. Exactly. We wouldn't want that now, would we? Hey, Cap. Hey. Hush. Stop barking. After tomorrow, things might be different. Maybe even a little scary. But it's not all bad. The most important thing is that Takemasa told us we'll be together. I love you, Reina. Love you too, Mommy. Oh, what we got here? An ancient-looking scroll lies in the ground. I can only make out part of it. Several months after my travels brought me to Kamakura, I began to hear strange rumors of a spirit haunting the hills. Mothers told their children the story to scare them and keep them indoors. Samurai boasted of having glimpsed the monster through the trees to prove their manliness. I took no heed of the old wives' tale until people started disappearing. It started with a woodcutter who claimed to have seen a ghost and then vanished soon after. He was the first, but soon there were others, a group of children, then the group of men who went after them. Each disappearance was signaled by strange, youthful laughter, piercing the silence of the night. Now we're confined to the village, too frightened to enter the woods to look for them. It's as if we're being hunted. I don't know what to do. Last night I stared into the darkness of the woods and thought I saw a strange inhuman face staring back at me. The rest is torn off. I should leave it. Okay. Let us go to the next room. Time to get into the time machine. Okay. Oh, Raina, maybe you shouldn't be here. Huh? Why not? The feast isn't for you. It's for us, the impure who must prepare themselves. Takemasa says the unpure must purify themselves by feasting and expunging the darkness from their bodies. If I can remain uncorrupted, even someone worthless like me will be able to ascend to a higher plane. God, I hate that. And that's the reason these guys join these cults. It's looking for that acceptance. And, essentially it's a way that they can artificially build confidence. It's so depressing. Anyways. I don't think you're worthless. That's something that, that's actually something that you'll notice when you do hear an adult, exhibiting these observations that, they don't think very highly of themselves. It's kind of interesting that kids, even though that kids got a lot to learn, I think that they do tend to notice certain truths that adults learn to not notice or bury deep down. And sometimes, if you hear a kid saying something like that, maybe you should consider that, there is a bit of a innocence factor to most kids that allows them to see things that we choose not to acknowledge as a reality. Bit of a derail. I apologize, but it is something that's I think a lot of people don't think about. Everyone keeps telling me that I'm so special. No one visits me anymore. And where's everyone else? Are they hiding from me now too? The others are with the guru, preparing themselves for tomorrow. Don't worry, Raina. Everything will be clear tomorrow. There's nothing to fear. Hey. Excuse me. Hey, can I have a little of that? The great Takemasa instructed us not to give you any food at the feast. Oh. Don't you see? You are pure. The feast, the indulgence is there to test us, to show us that we are corrupted within the stains of impurity. It is a reminder of how great the machine of man keeps our souls shackled and chained. Those who are cleansed must not turn away from the righteous path. Right, but you're very lucky. Yes, so lucky to be in Takemasa's favor. He chose you. He chose you to be the bearer of the mask, to see the great door to the pure realm. Those other children who were taken, that too was a test to find the most pure among you. You understand? Don't you? I don't know. Oh, yes, of course not. You are but a child. Takemasa says you children are much wiser than us. Their understanding of the world is untainted. Where's Mommy? Mommy? Ah, yes, I imagine she is with the Guru. She is in need of the Guru's love. No, no. Yes, her mind has gone astray as of late. It's such a key moment. The guru will show her the way. Don't you worry. Mother, father, sister, brother, it doesn't matter. We are your family. You should go back to your bed. I don't know why the guru lets someone so important wander freely. What if something happened to you like the others? What others? Do not fear, child. The great Takemasa's prophecies will come to pass, and it will be no fear very soon. You should go to sleep, child, and remember, do not eat this meal. The food is for us, the pitiful. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? Nothing. It's nothing. The ritual is soon. It will be a time of great change. Go away. Why? Tomorrow you will guide us. But look at you. So young. We must be resilient. Fear is a pure emotion. All forms of life feel fear. To fear is not weakness, but a test. You are testing me. The guru is wise. Are you okay? You're looking at me funny again. It's nothing. What do you want? Oh, do you know where Takashi is? Weak. They're weak. Don't think about them. Don't cloud your thoughts. You must remain as you are. You needn't worry. Takemasa will guide us. Just wait. Ah, there's Emiko. What's wrong, Emiko? Oh, Reina. What are you doing here? You scared me. I'm sorry. It's all right. You didn't mean it, did you? No. Then there's nothing to worry about. Do you want something? Why isn't Takashi or the baby here with you? He and his sister were not meant for the path of purity. Not like you. It's the night before the ritual. I must unburden myself from the thoughts of them. What's unburden mean? Unburden, Reina. It means I have to forget them. Yes, forget the children, Yamiko. Becoming too attached to our offspring is part of mankind's great machine. It is a lie. This was a test. They did not pass. You must. We are so close to our goal. Yes, of course. I will not shackle myself to meaningless connection. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is depressing me. Reina, don't worry. Tomorrow's the great ritual Takemasa has envisioned. And you're the guest of honor. Everything will be all right. Really? Yes, of course. Now run along. Okay, what we got here? The inside of the bowl was stained black long ago. Takemasa must have used it in the ritual. I don't remember these items being left behind. They could have been there and I forgot about them, but I'm wondering if these, like the other items that remind Ayami of the things to do with her past with Kazuki. I'm wondering if these are similar. The priests prepared my spirit for its ascension, as I prepared my mind for my duty. Carefully they dipped the brush into the bowl and wrote the symbol upon my breast, using my lifeblood as ink. Only then would I signal my readiness to become its vessel. Only then would the sacrifice of my kin mean something. Is it over? All right. Oop. Wow, that was quick. I can't let my daughter be in the ritual. That's not for you to decide. You know her importance, what the guru says she can show us. But she's my daughter. Takemasa hasn't told us what he's doing, what he's going to do to her. She is our daughter, Hisako. It's freaky cult shit. Oh. What if it doesn't work like he says? She's so young. You doubt him? Now? It's because she's so young that she was chosen. Her mind is not stained by regret, sadness, or corruption. She's perfect. I know that. Then why hesitate? The Guru tells us we're approaching the moment that will bring us to true peace. The culmination of everything we've worked for. Somehow your child... He says she will be granted a sight even more profound than his own. She can lead us. I only want to make sure she's okay. He promised me she'd be safe, but now, I'm not so sure. The Guru will make sure she's taken care of. She'll want nothing to be blessed with new sight. It's the only way. The world is on the brink of ruin. There's no time left. My own children will... Emiko, don't worry. They'll be safe. No, my own mother betrayed me. She dragged my children away to die in the filth. I'm sorry. I must be strong. Soon we'll have no more worries and transcend our flesh. You know, don't you? I saw you outside when he told us. Yes. All the things I studied, they were only ever used by corrupt people to control one another, to hurt one another. Soon we'll be free of all that. We'll escape the suffering of this world and be reborn. And it will be Reina who shows us the way. She will be the bridge. You're right. I always knew she was special. Even when she was growing inside me, I could feel it. Promise me again. Promise me she'll be taken care of. Ooh, what we got here? Despite all the years it was left in the woods, the blade is still clean and sharp. Through the caverns, the sounds of my brethren's dying gasps echoed off the walls. It came slowly at first, then became louder and louder and was soon joined by the screams of women and children. The time for sealing my covenant was nigh, and only the death we had orchestrated would satisfy it. Once the priest had finished his preparations, he knelt before me without hesitation. I slid the blade into his heart. Is that Reina speaking? I don't... It's a note written in a fairly modern hand. It's possible it was written by Takemasa himself. The end is coming. I can see their twisted shapes walking in the shadows. The fools don't see the punishment that has been brought upon us for our sins. Only I can lead them to salvation. I have studied the old texts and uncovered their truths. Soon I will prepare the girl. Her purity will banish the darkness and lead our souls to the land of the Kami. My faithful are not afraid to die, and so will lead the others to do what must be done. Tomorrow I will begin the final preparations. Emiko assures me that those who eat the meal will die a pure death. Through my guidance, she has prepared my own means of salvation as well. All I need is a bit of the girl's blood, and all will be right. The stain upon the world from the machine of man will soon be erased. Okay. I can't go in there, huh? Alrighty. We'll exit. I I want to know, like, was that Reyna who was talking about those items? I don't know. What's this? Looks like a simple wooden amulet. How did I not notice it before? Oh, God. Does anybody else see the face right above it? Oh, that is creepy. What is this? I feel strange, like I'm back there again. Where am I? The forest path. I saw things and started running. When I found the amulet, it cut away the fog that had been surrounding me and showed me the truth. The mask, the Kamankai, Reyna was there the whole time. They all killed themselves and made her wear the mask. That day was when it started, when Reyna became the mask bearer, and when her suffering truly began. The pulse of the dark has changed again, and the fuzzy image I had before has snapped into focus. Everything I needed to put an end to this was in my hands. Okay, I think we're about to make the big choice. And we are not destroying the mask. We are going right into the fucking sewers. How long has it been, I wonder? A man in a sewer, a girl with red hair, and a detective chasing them both. No. I'm no detective anymore. Only a puppet stupidly dancing on its strings. That doesn't sound like me. I'm so stretched out it feels like the slightest breeze could topple me. Each time I get close to the truth, something drags me away. Or maybe all those horrible things haven't happened yet, and I'm just riding the train home where Kazuki will be waiting for me. In another life, maybe there's an Ayami that's happy. Instead, I'm stuck in the life I've got. I don't know how much more I can take. Did I really see all those things in the forest? Was that real? Has any of it been? I don't know anymore. Every time I get a handle on the rules, something comes along and breaks them. But there were things I saw. Things I couldn't have known about Takemasa's Kamankai on my own. With me, there's a little wooden mask that so many died for, and now I'm planning to use it myself. It doesn't feel right. It was her pain that I felt again in the compound. Even now, the dark doesn't seem so unfamiliar. I can feel it calling to me. That must have been the moment that changed everything. The focal point of all of her misery. The dark is seeped in the same torment. The suffering of a scared little girl. I wonder if it's the real Reyna I've seen. Or is that girl long dead? Either way, whatever's left of her is in the dark with Kazuki. My only chance to see Kazuki again is to go into those filthy tunnels and find the door. Only then will I have any hope of using it to change his fate. But I'd be walking into a trade where the other side has their hand held behind their back. I'm sorry, what? Let me read that again. But I'd be walking into a trade where the other side has their hand behind their back. I'd be forced to accept the cost without question. Kazuki Tanaka, the man I've suffered so much for, has been silent. To find him and the door, I'll have to use the mask. I've seen what Reyna's become as a result of the mask. Would that happen to me? Now that I know the way, is that what I really want? That horrible object was made out of suffering. 2 different groups fed it with the death of innocence. Why play its game? The entirety of the new Kamenkai died for it. It drove me and the man I love to the darkest depths we've ever known. Why shouldn't I destroy it? I know why. Because I'd be destroying Kazuki and Reina along with it. I've done everything I can to prepare myself, but there's no more time to think. It's time to put an end to all this, one way or another. Shinjuku and Kamakura, the 2 places where my path started, are also where it has to end. This is it. I need to choose. Will I follow the path further into the darkness, or return to the light? Alright, yep, here we go. Oh, hell no. We already went there. We are going to confront Reina. That awful alley in Shinjuku is where the nightmare began, and it holds the entrance to the dark. My only chance to find Kazuki is return there with the mask and find the door. Maybe it's a way to put an end to all of this. The Kamanas claim they can purify the mask and rid the world of its evil influence once and for all. They didn't say what happens after that, though. What will happen to Kazuki and Reina? Alright, here we go! Yeah, the ending of the Destroy the Mask part was kind of, it was kind of lackluster in my opinion, so I think this will be a far more action-oriented ending. So here we go. Nope, we're not leaving. No, we can't talk to her. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Better sound the alarm. The detective is back. Damn it. Every time I come in here, you... Don't sweat it, detective. I'm just busting your chops. Besides, it's not my problem anymore. Huh? I'm out of here. Wait. That other job. The sketchy one. You didn't... Nope. Probably won't believe me, but I actually took your advice. Hell, I hardly believe it myself. How flattering. Didn't think that hard-boiled detective would be so thin-skinned. Yeah. Anyway, where are you headed? Don't know, but I think I'll leave the city. My big dreams kind of got drowned out, and now it's hard to be here and not fall back into old habits. Like hitting the old reset button, right? Reset button, huh? I could use one of those right about now. Things gotten that bad? I don't know yet. Probably. Only way to find out is to keep moving. Anything I can help with? Hey, don't give me that look. I mean it. No bullshit this time. Thanks. But I think I have to see through the rest of my problems on my own. Then why did you come in here? Couldn't tell you. I guess I've kind of just gotten wrapped up in this place. Sounds like you're the one who needs to leave the city. Bad places lead to bad memories, lead to bad decisions, if you ask me. I'm an expert on bad decisions. At least neither of us will have to deal with Goto or some million other perverts like him. For now, anyway. Yeah. Good luck. Nah, you hold on to your luck. Looks like you could use it more than me. See you around, Ito. That was actually pretty sweet. Ooh, what's this? Ah, you shitting me. Okay. Well, not sure what that achievement was for, but apparently I did some. I got a good outcome for her. Let's see here. Hey, Daiso. Oh, hey, Ami. Perfect timing. Daiso, what's all this? Looks like you're all packed up. Like I said, perfect timing. I'm closing down. Oh, and this is good? It's great. To be honest, the last time I saw you, I was kind of slipping again, you know? Going down memory lane. But in the worst possible way possible. And I remembered our conversation the other day. How you said your attitude is the seasoning, the flavors, the food, and all that. That sounds a lot more poetic than I would have said it, but yeah, I remember. Anyway, I realized the only flavor that could come out of this place is bitter. Real bitter. And crazy things. My wife comes in after refusing to see me for years. Uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh is right. Funny, she looked so much older than I remembered. Guess I came to a bit of a revelation when I saw her. I was clinging to this place. But for what? A life that I hadn't been living. For a what if that'll never happen. I realized giving up was like keeping this place going, not the other way around. Huh. Guess some people do have happy endings. If you'd call a cripple at debt happiness, it wasn't cheap to run this place. At least that wedding ring I pawned took care of the rent for the short term. So, what are you going to do now? Well, Haruto's always bugging me to join him on the road with that takoyaki stand of his. You didn't seem so keen on that last time we talked. Well, you've had a change of heart? Have you been talking to Haruto again? No, could just see it on your face is all. He's always been my biggest supporter. So I figured the last... Excuse me. So I figured the least I could do is give the old lug a shot. Besides, with his help, I'm getting back in touch with my daughter. Things aren't all rainbows and daisies, but I'll get there somehow. What about you? Me? What about me? Did that Idol magazine I give you end up helping you? Raised more questions than it answered. I doubt I could help you with all the complicated stuff you do. Cooking is all I was ever good at. It's like you said, though. Keep following through until the end, right? Yeah, I guess so. Take care of yourself, Daiso. Don't be a stranger. Come by mine and Haruto's stand sometime. Change of pace. I did not return to this area last time, though, so I wonder what the endings of their things were last time. Their little arcs. Oh my God! Like, it's you! Huh? Who? Me? Yeah, you! Yep. Whoa! Can I, like, give you a hug? Hey, there's no need for that. Please don't touch me. Why so touchy-feeling all of a sudden? Detective, sir... Ma'am, I would never, feel you without your permission. That's not what I... forget it. Why exactly is it you're in such a good mood? Oh, you noticed that, huh? Ta-da! What? I don't get it. Are you a magician? No, I got a promotion. Can't you tell it by the new uniform? It's exactly the same. Wait. A promotion? You got a promotion? Yeah, like, after you came and talked to me, the manager saw us and was like, whoa, this guy's helping the police. Said I was really, respectable and whatever. And I found the key. To the dumpster? Turns out I had a spare in my pocket the whole time. Of course you did. Of course you had a spare. Oh my god. Oh my god. If I do a playthrough again and this guy does not give me the spare, I'm going to be so pissed. Anyways. Well, better you than someone like Tyra. Who? No one. Congrats, kid. I think you're really going places. Thank you, sir. All right. Here we go. Oh. Who wrote this? The game? I don't know. I do know this was, that this is a more polished version of a game that was originally released on, was it? I can't remember if it was Kickstarter or whatever, but I do remember like a smaller version of this was available on Steam once upon a time. Maybe in the future, once I can figure out how I can stream Steam games and such, maybe I could look into playing other games on Steam, but maybe even we could return to the earlier version of this. Okay. Was it the comic guy who put this here? Or maybe the Dark created it? These marks were never meant for me. Raina was trying to find her way back, like leaving breadcrumbs in the forest. Sometimes I wonder if this well went anywhere at all before Raina found it. Alright, here we go! Oh, oh boy. 3, 2, 1, let's do this. The first time I came down here, I was so sure that I would save Kazuki, although I didn't think about what I was doing. Am I doing the same thing now? Alright. Though this path will be far more action-packed and such, I am anticipating it to be far more depressing, and this is not going to lead to a good ending, in my opinion. Oh, so strap in for that. When I found Kazuki's body, he was wearing the mask. She'd made him wear it as she'd been made to. Even after all the suffering she went through herself, she did it anyway. Can I really forgive her? Oh, what we got here? She so desperately wanted to avoid getting lost. When I was here last, I saw Kazuki. I heard him call to me. What was he trying to say? Was he begging for help or begging me to stay away? This time will be different. It's no longer leading to a shapeless tunnel. Raina is down there, I can feel myself being drawn to her. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Are we gonna have another light puzzle? Nope. Okay, cool. Let's go. Whoo, boy. Oh, wait. Just making sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, see that? Oh, okay. Alrighty, here we go. Okay. Okay. Can't go any further than that. Let's go deeper. Oh, damn. Okay. What's going on with the walls? I don't see anything else here. Let's keep going. As I trudged through the oppressive, lonely place, I slowly became aware of someone else. The dark woke up and began to shudder, as if I racked with quiet sobs. And I felt a numbing sadness spread through my body. The sensation I felt in this place was familiar, and I knew why right away. Raina. She sat there like a lost little girl, like she had been there for a long time and didn't know where to go. There was no fight in her body, no way for her to lash out. In that place, we were equals. She rose to her feet when she saw me, her gaze looking confused and desperate. She was the start of it all, everything I'd gone through. I'd put an end to it, one way or another. Oh, okay. Forget and confront Raina. Become the mask bearer. Now I want to I said I wanted to confront Raina, but we did save it earlier, so maybe I do want to wrap this up once we get to the ending, so maybe I will go back to my save and see what happens when I become the mask bearer too. So we're gonna forget and confront Raina. So you went anyway, huh? Even though I told you to leave me alone. Why couldn't you just forget and leave me alone? Ah, so that's what it... You keep hurting me, right? I hate to burst your bubble, but it's revenge you're after. It won't work. Nope. Can't blow my brains out down here. The dark won't let you. Aw, did I hurt your feelings? Did you bring your little gun all the way down here for nothing? Are you disappointed? No, there's no point in bringing a gun to a place like this. It wouldn't solve anything. It didn't last time. But you thought you got rid of me last time, huh? Too bad. We'll have to talk like old friends instead. After everything I tried, to think that you would be the one to show up here in the end. Funny, isn't it? Isn't it? After all, you were only supposed to be a guest star in my little show, a temporary addition to liven things up a bit. Liven things up a bit. Good God. Then you kept showing up uninvited, digging up every sharp thing you could find to poke me with. Now I can't get rid of you, see? It is funny, right? No matter what we do, we're forced together again. We ought to make the best of it. You're right. We can't avoid each other forever. Fate's forced us together, so all we can do is see it to the end. Even when I saw you in the forest, you were down here, weren't you? Where else? Welcome to the end of the line. I don't understand. It's awful down here. Why didn't you try to get back to the surface? Why would I go back? Why, what would be the point? When I do, I look around and I don't even recognize it anymore. The streets are different, the sounds have changed, everyone I knew and ever cared about is gone. You don't know what it's like. Every day the same, and feeling all my old pain again and again and again. Well, because you slit her boyfriend's throat, actually she might understand a little better than you think. People don't change, no matter what, no matter how much time goes by. They all still look at me like I'm some flea-bitten dog to be kicked around and ignored. They hate me. In the end, I'll end up back here anyway. So why fight it? At least down here, nothing changes. When I was little, they said everything would be okay if I had the mask. But then Mommy died and the police took it away from me, and nothing's gone right since. No one ever cared about me. The police, the foster homes, the other girls in the agency. They all hated me. They wanted me dead. You're just like the rest of them. Only someday you'll grow old and die, and I'll still be here. Unless you give me that mask. It isn't that simple. Having the mask isn't going to solve your problems. It is that simple. Everyone always tells me it can't be simple, but why not? None of this would have happened if it weren't for you. If you'd just given it to me in the first place, you could have lived your stupid little fantasy life. Instead, you had to be a hero and get involved in something that was none of your business. Why shouldn't I use it? Are my problems not as important as yours? That's it, isn't it? Everything is because and making your life happy again. But you're the one who put her on that path. I won't let you be happy. I won't. If you won't help me, then fine. But I'll keep hurting you. And if you think it's bad now, you don't know the half of it. Or you could give it to me and go on pretending to be happy while I find the door again. Again? You've seen it before. I don't know what exactly you think is going to happen when you find it, but everything I've found tells me it's dangerous. No, you're wrong. The door isn't for you. The collector said so. He said if I had the mask, I could find it again. He said if I found the shrine belonging to Kawana, that I could find it. So you met him too. Reina, he wasn't trying to help us. He must have been toying with us. Shut up! You don't know anything. He told me the mask would let me see the door again. Just like the day Mommy died. They put the mask on me and I kept my eyes closed like Mommy told me to. Even when people started getting sick and crying. Then I saw it. The door. Even with my eyes still closed. When I looked at it, I heard Mommy's voice, and I knew if I found it, everything would be okay. I opened my eyes and it was gone. They took the mask, and I saw Mommy on the ground. She wasn't moving anymore, like a doll. It was all my fault. It must have been. I did something wrong, but he told me if I found the mask, I could make it right again. Now I'm being punished for being a big screw-up, for not being pure like they told me to be. Except, people like Higashi, they shouldn't have hurt me. They should have left me alone. I had to punish them. If I wanted to stop them from hurting me, that doesn't make me bad, right? You understand, don't you? The funny thing is that if Tanaka was here, he'd understand. Even after everything you did to him. That's the kind of guy he is. Reina, it's not all your fault. This is beyond you. It always has been. That's why Tanaka was so intent on following you from the start. You weren't just some orphan girl. He somehow saw the darkness that was behind you. If only he had told me, I could have been there for him. Helped him. But no. You could have helped me, Ayami. He was helping me. He was gonna save me. Then why? If he was helping you, why hurt him? I didn't want to hurt Tanaka, but it was the only way to bring him here. The same way I was brought here. I thought I'd figured it out. But my white knight abandoned me, went somewhere else. It turns out it was just another stupid idea from a stupid girl. What you did to Tanaka was wrong. But you can still make this right. You brought him down with you that night. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Just tell me what happened from the beginning. It's hard to remember. Please try. Nothing's gone the way I thought it would. When I went back to Shinjuku, I remember how I ended up in the dark. I knew what I had to do so Tanaka could be with me. Only the mask wasn't awake. It wasn't loud like in Kamakura. So I made you come into the tunnel with me and Tanaka so it would wake up. Then I slit his throat right before you sent me back. When I woke up, Tanaka was next to me. We were together, but the mask was gone. He was alive? He was like me. Or I thought he was. At first he seemed okay, but then he started wandering around, staring into space and talking to people who weren't there. Poor Tanaka. I think I broke him, Ayami-chan. So he was down here. Tell me where he is. You don't get it, do you? I don't know where he is, and I don't care. Tanaka abandoned me. Even when he was here, he kept mumbling over and over about how he was going to help you. He gave you something, didn't he? That traitor. How else would you have been able to keep finding me? He even said he saw the door. But he didn't take me there. I hate him. Why did he leave me? To think Tanaka would help a stupid little girl like me. It was dumb to try and bring him here. The collector said I'd find the door with the mask. I just didn't want to be alone, that's all. Now you're here, so I guess the mask is too. I didn't need him after all. He's gone. You're wrong. I can feel him here. He's waiting for me. You can? Maybe he's at the door. Please, take me there. Don't leave me. The mask opened the dark and took me straight to Reyna. And now that I'm here, I can feel it, pulsing like a heartbeat. The door. The unknowable place where chance and fate have no importance. That's where Kazuki is. I now know what will happen if I lead her there. She'll get what she truly wants. She'll get to rest and finally be free. No more pain, no more suffering. Maybe that's what Kazuki would have wanted. But if I do that, the dark will change shape again, and any hope of finding him will be lost. He'd be trapped here waiting for me, and never be able to tell him the truth behind everything he suffered for. That's if Kazuki Tanaka, left here, is the same man I love. Either way, I have to abandon someone, but it's my responsibility. I have to choose. Okay. I'm not sure. Leave Reyna and save Tanaka. Forgive Reyna and lead her to the door. We can come back and play through all this again with that save that I've got, but I think I'm gonna save Tanaka. Because, I mean, Reyna, you killed Tanaka. That was a dick move. And you made Ayami here suffer way more than she ever deserved to. So we are going to save Tanaka. I don't know if I'm a good person or not. At least if I can find Tanaka, I can do something to help for once. One good thing. What are you saying? I can't save you, Reyna, but maybe I can save him. So you'll leave me here after all? I'm sorry, Reyna. You can't. Tanaka said he'd help me. He believed me. You have to believe me too. Help me, please. He wanted you to help me. That's why he led you here. Maybe he did, or maybe he was scared, like we all are. I couldn't say. Either way, if I don't try and help him, then what was all this for? Why did I suffer like this? Someday, I hope you find your answers. I don't want you to suffer, really, but Tanaka doesn't have a chance if I don't find him now. Goodbye, Reyna. Wait, Ayami! I was right about you. I was right. You don't care about me. Ayami? Ayami? Please don't leave me here. Please. Oh, boy. I did the only thing there was to do. I walked away from her and didn't look back, although I could feel her eyes on me. The light was affected by her misery, and I knew that leaving her there would deepen the shadows. I was too late to atone for what I did to her, and someday I knew I'd come to face punishment for it. I truly wanted to help her, but I couldn't ignore Kazuki's presence within the darkness. Kazuki, he's so close. Up and down, shadow and light, there's nothing here to orient myself. All I can do is stumble forward. I can still feel the door. There's something else alongside it. Kazuki. I can't hear him or see him, but he's there, like a memory coming into my mind all on its own. And I can't see the door or anything else in this darkness. What if I'm trapped down here forever, lost like Reina and Kazuki? No, there is a way. The only way to pierce this darkness is on my own. But I'm scared to do it. A tool forged in blood, a tool that bent my mind to its breaking point, has become my last chance to move forward. The historian said the mask bearer could see the door. But I'm not the mask bearer. If I wear it, I will have to accept the consequences. Touching it alone almost drove me mad. What strain would wearing it put on my mind? Or I could turn back and try to find the surface and keep what little of my sanity I have left. The choice is simple. Turn back to the light or descend deeper into darkness. Oh, I don't even have an option here. Interesting. So it's either how I played things out, or because this is the first time I've gone this route, maybe my choices are limited. All right, let's put it on. Okay. All right. Okay, so we found the door. Something's changed. Memories of my childhood, feelings I had, my sense of self. Ripped out of me as I entered, fading. I have to focus while I'm still me. There's someone else here. Kazuki, is it you? Stay put. I'll find you. Kazuki? Kazuki? Kazuki, is that you? Kazuki, say something. You can hear me, right? What if Reina was right? What if he's already gone? Oh God. Kazuki, please. Who? Ito? Ayami, why are you here? That doesn't matter. All that matters is I heard you, and I'm here now. I can't believe it. Is it really you? What's wrong? I'm sorry, it's strange. I feel light. The memories are coming back. I'm sorry, I need a little time. I think I remember. Ayami, how are you here? You shouldn't be here. No, I probably shouldn't be, but I came for you. The way I got here, I remember it now. Ayami, she didn't... No, I came here on my own, but I had to leave her in the dark. I'm sorry. It was selfish. It was the only way to find you. That poor thing. I'm sorry I put you through all that. It must have been hard on you. Ayami, I can't remember clearly. I have to know what happened the night in the sewer. Why were you there? You know why I was there. I was looking for you. But it was a trap, and I fell right into it. Maybe you think I'm a fool, but I was desperate. There she was, a girl I'd shot before, and you, helpless on your knees. My head was swimming. It was unreal. I heard a gunshot before I woke up in the tunnels. Was it you? I didn't have a choice. What would you have done if she had a knife to my throat? I doubt I could have done better in your shoes. What's wrong? Is it true? Is what true? That you went with her willingly? That you gave her the mask? Kazuki, I have to know. Did you know what would happen? It's true, but not the way you think. I saw her, a girl surrounded by an impossible darkness whom I'd obsessed over before her death, and she was alive somehow, still wanting my help. So I went with her. I thought I'd found truth, real truth, the kind of truth that tells us why we're here. I didn't tell you because I'd convinced myself it would protect you. Faced with the impossible, I dove straight in without thinking of anyone else or what the consequences would be. Now that we're here in this place, I don't think I have it in me to be angry about that. Maybe I should, but then I'd have to take a long, hard look in the mirror. Over the last few weeks, I've been grasping at straws in a world I didn't understand, didn't even know existed. All because Reina shattered everything I thought I knew. Step by step, I went after her, trying to figure out how some poor girl could be the focal point of everything that didn't make sense in my life. My mind raced when I saw her alive that night. Suddenly the doors of possibility opened wide. I saw a world where I no longer had control. I didn't shoot her because I hated her. I shot her because I desperately wanted control back. I wish we could have helped her. I do. But there was always more to it. To think of the impossible things we've seen, and what that must have done to such a young mind. I hope she finds salvation somehow. We didn't solve it, did we? All those formless shapes aren't any more solid now. No, but maybe that wasn't the point. What do you mean? Maybe we're not meant to know what it all means. Yet here we are, trying to change something that can't be changed. The mask and a shape-shifting darkness, they were made by people who wanted control over the unknown. People like us who were confronted with a mystery that they had to solve. Fate and chance, life and death, the march of time. Having control over them is an illusion. Standing here with you, I understand that now. Guess that makes us lousy detectives, huh? Were we ever good at that to begin with? I got myself kidnapped and you were dumb enough to follow me. Thanks, Ayami. All those mysteries suddenly pale in comparison to the thought of having another day in our drafty apartment. Yeah. It was you who called me, wasn't it? That night in the sewer? I don't remember. Everything since then is hazy. I wandered aimlessly. I was so tired and my body was so heavy. I started hearing other voices and seeing shapes in the darkness. Formless things that felt like people I desperately wanted to see, telling me everything would be alright if I kept moving toward them. People I haven't seen in a long time. One day I saw my mother. She told me she missed me and that I should keep walking through the door and beyond. Did I ever tell you about my mother? She died when you were 15. She couldn't have been here. Still, I heard her like I can hear you now. Kazuki, what have we gotten ourselves into? I don't know. But I'm glad we're in it together. We made a hell of a team, didn't we? Following each other into each of our messes. What I'm trying to say is Kazuki, are you okay? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. How about you? It's nothing serious. That's never happened before. It must be reacting to you. Yami, thank you for finding me. But you can't stay here. What are you saying? Neither can you. That's why I'm here, right? Thank you for coming for me. It makes me happy to see you. Happier than you know. I love you. Stop talking like that. You can save it for when we're back. Ayami, stop. I'm saying it because I might never have another chance. When I finally arrived at the door, I felt a warmth. Something told me if I kept walking, all the pain and uncertainty I felt would go away. Then why didn't you? Because I was waiting for you. Somehow I knew you were coming for me. I wanted to see you and have one last self-centered moment. No, stop saying that. You're the one who isn't supposed to be here. Can't you see that? It wasn't supposed to turn out this way. Tell me why you can't come back with me. Why I'm sorry. I feel a little dizzy. When I was lost in the dark, every time I moved forward, a piece of me was left in my footsteps, and all I could feel was fear. Until I reached the door and everything faded away. Ever since you've arrived, I've remembered who I was. All my happiness and joy. But all my suffering and doubt as well. If I kept walking beyond the door, maybe I'd forget it for good. All those things that make us human can't exist here. If you stay, you'll fade away, Ayami. So many people told me that being with you was a mistake, and that I should find some normal girl to settle down with. But the normal girls didn't understand me. They didn't make me better. I chose right. I wouldn't be who I am without you. But you will be nothing if you stay here. Kazuki, No, there has a way. You said it yourself. This place is beyond our control. So you're giving up? After all this suffering, after everything I went through. That's not the man I love. That's this place talking. Ayami, I want nothing more than to go back with you. But I know if I leave, I won't be whole. The longer you stay here, the more it will destroy who you are. You have to turn back. Maybe he's right. Maybe this is the end of the road. I guess Raina was right after all. This place changed you. At least for now, I can talk to you, see you again, and tell you that I tried. There isn't much time. I can feel myself being torn apart. Returning to the surface is the only chance I have of saving myself. Oh, God. Oh, man. Whew, boy. Leave him and save yourself. Stay together. Bring him home. Bringing him home is going to be depressing. Staying together will be bittersweet but depressing. Leaving him and saving yourself just doesn't seem right. God. I know we can come back here, but god damn it. We'll end this chapter on a horror note, as I'm sure is what's going to end up happening, and we'll bring him home. Good God. I knew that this path was going to be a lot more action or emotionally driven, but goddamn. All right, let's bring him home. You have to go. Silly Kazuki, always trying to be noble and steal the spotlight. We're in it together, no matter how bad it gets. That was our one promise to each other from the start. Stick it out when things get tough. In sickness and in health, if you will. This is different. I won't sit here and watch you fall apart. Stop talking down to me like I don't get it. I've seen everything you have. More even. I'll admit, you're right. I don't fully understand what's going on. For the last few weeks, I've been clutching at whatever shreds of the truth I could find, not knowing if I could really believe any of it. I have a feeling that when you were investigating her, you came across impossible things like I did. The thing is, you're just as lost as me. Neither of us is going to make sense of anything if we stay here. The only thing left for us here is death. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. It's obvious what you think. But Kazuki, I want us to live. If I leave here, I might not be myself. No one will believe you. That's true. Nothing's going to be the same. But I can think of worse possibilities. Staying in this place is what hurt Reina and destroyed her mind. That poor thing. I won't let it happen to you. Taking you up to the light is a risk I'm willing to take. If I left you, I'd regret it for the rest of my life. And I won't have a life, or even a chance of one, if I stay here. You're not wrong. We've both given up something by even being here. But that doesn't mean we should give up. You trust me, right? I wouldn't have waited if I didn't. Ugh, my head. We don't have much time. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Ayami, I'm scared. I didn't want to admit it, but I am. I'm terrified. The only certainty I've had since I got here is that the further I go, the more I forget. That's why I stay put. I'm scared too. No matter what I become, you promise to stay with me? Always. No matter what? No matter what. Come on. We have to go. Let's escape this nightmare. Okay. But what if... Whatever tomorrow brings, we'll deal with it then. One step at a time. Besides, you always said a what if isn't good enough for a detective. Using my own words against me. You chose me because you knew I wouldn't accept the easy way out. Well, I suffered too much to accept this as my ending. That night in the sewer, that was the last time I felt like myself. Until now, I guess. And we'll find out what's next together. It'll be okay. I promise. Okay. Come on, let's go. Oh, God. Oh. I'm waiting for it to go seriously bad. Okay. Anyways. Together we returned through the door. And as I emerged, I remember gasping, as if coming up for air after being submerged. As the breath escaped me, a piece of me went with it. A piece I can't qualify or name was lost to that place. Its toll taken. I never felt right after leaving. Trudging onwards, we heard sobbing in the hollow spaces, echoing off the walls. As they continued, the shadows lost all definition and everything turned into an inky darkness. I talked to Kazuki as I walked, but as we neared the surface, his speech turned to murmurs, then whispers, and finally nothing. Oh. I hope that he didn't become a vegetable. That's... Oh, damn. Eventually, I dragged him into the light, his eyes lost in some distant dream. Oh, man. After that day, Kazuki never spoke again. He lay in bed, his eyes glazed over, looking into a world I couldn't see. After the door, the memories I had of his murder and kidnapping became mine alone, and the world continued as if they never happened. To everyone else, he just suffered some sort of accident. For his sake, I cast the mask into the sea near Kamakura, and despite the warnings I received, it never returned to me. I can still feel it occasionally, scratching at the back of my mind like a needle. Several months after we returned, Maya and her grandmother were found dead, stabbed to death in the shrine they tended. They never found a suspect. Oh. I wonder who that was. Did Reina do that? After leaving the dark, I had trouble remembering things. My parents, my time with the police, my childhood. I see pictures and can feel impressions, but the images won't appear. Things became more confusing and more erratic. So I stay home with Kazuki. Some nights I wake up in a cold sweat, afraid, and don't know why. But at least we're together. I promised him we would be. Damn. That was sad. Kazuki smiles, but he doesn't see me. He looks through me towards some far-off place I can't see. Kazuki? Here, katsu curry, your favorite. He doesn't say anything, but he shifts a little and smiles again. That smile, it reminds me of a baby. It's vacant, a reflex. I don't think there's anything left of his mind. All that returned from that place was a shadow. Yet here I am, attending to him, praying he'll come back to me. Every day, I wake up hoping for a miracle. I play the part of my normal self. I put on a mask and pretend nothing is wrong, despite all the memories I carry. But as time passes, I feel worn out. I have no job. Soon enough, the meager savings I had will drive up. Before long, I won't even be able to afford to make him curry. Kazuki, I'll be going out for a while, alright? It's been a while since I've been outside. Now, even riding the train feels so strange and confining in a way it never did before. As I walk by, people turn and stare. At a shop window, I look at myself in the glass and see a stranger. The face of an exhausted, gaunt woman stares back at me. Oh, Ayami Ito, is that you? It's been so long. Come, sit. Thank you, Yasuhisa. It's been a while, I guess. What's on your mind? It feels like you had something to ask me. I want you to bring Kazuki back. Or tell me how. I don't know. I just need help. As soon as I say it, I know what I asked is impossible. Your loved ones don't come back just because you ask nicely. If even one of the countless prayers begging for a lost love was answered, chaos would follow. Still, Yasuhisa is no ordinary man. The memories of my meeting with him are hazy, but I know if anyone can help, it would be him. Oh, Ayami, you know I can't. Enough has changed already. And things have come to pass. You remember the story of the Izanagi and Izanami, don't you? Your love is an admirable thing, but even love can't reverse death. But you're different. You don't have to follow rules like us. Though we may view the rules from a different angle than you, we are bound to obey them nonetheless. You're a smart woman. You know you have to let him go. Keeping him or whatever is left of him at your side will only deepen the wound. I know that. But if I let him go, it will destroy him. Destroy any hope I have of him returning. I can't. He smiles at me, you know. I can feel him sometimes, like he's waiting to come back. I can't leave him. It is truly awful what happened to him. If I was to write this story, Kazuki Tanaka would never have gotten involved in any of these horrible things. And know that if I could, I would give you what you asked for. Perhaps this is not what you want to hear, but the man in your apartment is nothing but a corpse. A corpse. A corpse. I'm keeping Kazuki's body. He's a figment, a reminder of a man that once was. Send him on. Say your goodbyes. It will be easier. My goodbyes? What good would that do? Would he even understand them? Is it even him I'd be saying goodbye to? Yasuhisa sinks into his chair, deep in thought. Finally, he closes his eyes, a pained expression on his face. I cannot bring the dead back, but I could let you see him again, only for one day. Oh, God. Only a day? Why? It's all I can do. Then he must be taken to the other side. Of course, this is not an offer to change fate. You must decide to let him go, child. I thought about what he said for a long time, staring vacantly past him at the walls of the tea shop. 24 hours. I could see Kazuki for 24 hours, but then he'd be gone forever. I'll do it. I'll let him go. Just let me see him again. Remember what you said. Until we meet again. Oh, God. This is so goddamn depressing. Holy shit. Hey, Hami? Is that you? Where you run off to? Kazuki? Since when did you become such a good cook? No offense, but have you been practicing your curry skills behind my back? Kazuki! Whoa, what happened? Your eyes are all puffy. Have you been crying? Did something bad happen? Come on, you can tell me. The man who stands in front of me is him. The man from my memories. The man I love. He stands there in the center of the room as if nothing is wrong. I feel my eyes fill with tears again. No, I'm fine. It's probably just allergies or something. Allergies? Oh, hold on. I brought allergy medicine in advance this year. Remember? I vowed to never get blindsided by hay fever again. On his way past me, he wraps his arms around me and gives me a big hug. I cling to him, hiding my tears through a smile. Later, we eat the same curry I'd been making for him all this time. Feels like I can taste it for the first time in a long while. They say the best curry always has the chocolate in it. Enhances the flavor. What do you think? Not so fast. I can tell you're trying to get a secret out of someone, Kazuki. Our conversation was every day. Boring. It was wonderful. But at the edges of my mind, a slow dread began to creep in. Tomorrow he would be gone. I'd have to help destroy him forever. Oh, Kazuki. I think we have a peach in the fridge for dessert. Can you get it for me? A peach? I haven't had a peach in ages. I remember my mom used to always give me peaches to eat when I was sick. I can't remember peach. Why did I say that to him? Since I brought him back, I'd barely gone shopping at all. I only ever kept enough to make curry once and over again. Over and over again, sorry. Why would I have a peach in the fridge? This sounds stupid, but when did I buy that peach? It's been in there for a while, hasn't it? You always have some sweet things squirreled away in there. Kazuki smiles. Not the vacant smile of a dead man, but the warm, caring smile I had known before. So I smile too. The time left to me is too precious to waste. You're right. It's always been in there. Come on, bring it over. Slowly, as if afraid of it, I cut the peach in half. Perhaps it had always been in there, prepared for this moment. Stranger things have happened. As we eat it, the juice runs down our fingers and we laugh again, forgetting the time we have remaining. I wish the moment would last a little longer. Now, Kazuki and I are in our little apartment together. I still wait for tomorrow to come, but I glance at a clock that never advances, and the window for a morning sun that doesn't come. I can't hear anything outside. The TV and the internet don't work either. It's just us alone in this room. In the corner, Letty Fluffington sleeps peacefully. It seems like she'll be that way forever. As time passes, or as it seems to pass, we don't find ourselves getting hungry or growing bored. We sit together, laughing and holding each other, waiting for a dawn that I pray never comes. But the dread I felt is replaced with happiness. In this world, Kazuki isn't gone. Those horrible things never happened to us. I feel dizzy and overjoyed. We've cheated the universe. If only for now.
Wow. Wow.
God, I hope... I don't know, I'm kind of hoping that next day doesn't come for them. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm hoping, I mean, maybe that day doesn't come, or maybe she's in denial that it'll come, and that he's going to pass away. But yeah, that was pretty sad. That ending was, however, but you know, we do have quite a bit of other options at that ending there, so we'll definitely be returning to those in the next playthrough. But we're gonna sit and wait through the credits and see if there's anything else at the end there. There's a hell of a lot of other paths to take, though, it seems. Sounds like you got a bad ending. Yeah. Honestly, though, after looking at this game, I'm gonna be more impressed if there are any, like, quote unquote good endings, because kind of seems that I'm not sure if they can break away from the cycle with these bad outcomes, because it doesn't seem like Kazuki can really be returned without destroying his insides. So, but when we get to those other options, we shall see.
Generous. Far too generous. This isn't life at all. It's a zoo. 2 creatures in a cage. You talk about the complexities of human life, then stoop to this.
I broke no rule. In this outcome, there was only one way to give that poor girl some respite.
Was it? Time flows slowly, but still, it does flow. The dawn's still coming. The peach was a nice touch. The very same trick that helped Izanagi, his beloved in the underworld. How poetic. Yes, you must think you're very clever.
No, this is not a praiseworthy act. I know that, but I did it all the same. The poor girl needed a happier ending.
It was the best I could do. 2 lovers in an endless race. And their little cat as well, I suppose.
2 dolls in a display case, if you ask me. Like they're trapped in a painting.
A painting? I didn't think you sensitive enough to make such an astute comparison. No matter.
Until we meet again, Ayami Ito. She did deserve a happier ending, I will agree to that. Okay. Well, so there's another ending. Well, I appreciate you guys checking it out and sitting through it with me. I think I want to explore the other options in the next playthrough. No. I should say the next playthrough, because we're going to go explore those the several options that you could get when you would go confront Reina and the mask in the sewers. So we will return to that the next time I play this, and we'll go through those options. But after we are done with those, though, I think that we will put this game on pause for a little bit, and we will shake some things up and play a different game. I might do another Bloodborne playthrough. I might continue Bloodborne again. But there is another visual novel style game that I have been very, very anxious to approach with you guys. So we will be getting to that. So yeah, we'll be playing Tokyo Dark and exploring some more of the options in the sewers next time that we stream. But I may do a Bloodborne stream before or after that. I'll mix it up with the other game as well. And so yeah, we'll go with that. We'll shuffle Bloodborne here and there, but what we will end up doing is once we finish these sewer options, I will put this playthrough on pause so that we can play another game. So I thank everybody for coming, and I hope that everybody has a good night. And I sincerely hope that you're all doing happy and well, and that you're having a peaceful life. All right, guys, take care. See you next time.